Today I am going to show you how to build an automatic concrete maker for Minecraft. This machine uses a 0-tick smart piston for extra speed and also has a waterlogged stair just to keep it compact. So in this waterlogged stair, as you can see, there's water. That will convert the concrete powder into concrete, and it does it really quickly, so this smart piston doesn't interfere with it at all. As you can see here, we've got a little section here. Over here you've got a redstone torch and a repeater. When a block goes here, it will power this redstone, which will trigger this repeater here, which has 1 tick, which has 2 ticks delay, and then that will power this, which powers all of these pistons, which pushes the concrete down. Now you're probably wondering, if you stop here, will that interfere with it? No, it won't at all. It really doesn't make any difference because you still have the TNT duper on, and it will explode it anyway. As you can see here, I've got a TNT duper, so this is to align the TNT duper as you don't want it dropping in a random place, otherwise it could cause problems, it could break some of that if you don't have the TNT aligned. So that's why we have that alignment system, and we just use water. It's really simple, and leaves, as leaves don't stick to slime, and it's also quite nice and cheap. And this is a TNT duper design. I've got a card in the corner popping up right now on different TNT duper designs if you're interested in how they work and everything like that, so you definitely go check that out now. And also I've got a little timer, so this is an EFO clock. So how it works is, if I go in here, as you can see, there's 3 items in this hopper. When those 3 items get into this hopper, it'll trigger this piston to move over here, and it'll turn this redstone off. And it goes back and forward, and it just keeps doing that and doing it. You can set the timer to as high as you want, or as low as you want, whatever you want. So that's how a EFO clock works, very simple. Now, how to use this machine. So if you get some concrete powder, right now I'm using white concrete. You can use any color concrete you want. You can do a mixture. And I've got a dropper here full of concrete, and that will just drop out because you've got the redstone torch here, and when you place it down, it powers into this dropper, and you'll get some concrete. Sometimes it does splurt out quite a lot of concrete, so you might not want to put a hopper here. And that shouldn't, no, not here actually. You can just break through here and put a hopper here if you want. You can't put it on here because you've got the redstone torch there. So now I'm going to move on to the tutorial, but first I'm going to show you it working. So I'll show you what to do. So if I go to the edge here, let's just stop the torch from burning out, as that can happen if you're all the way over here. The torch can sometimes burn out. If you're here, there's a lower chance of that happening, and I doubt it will really happen at all. So if I just place concrete here, so I keep my finger down on the right click button, as you can see, the concrete gets moved over here, and it gets converted into solid concrete, and it moves across here. Now you need to make sure to switch that switch before using this, otherwise you're going to have a load of here and it's going to break the machine, and you really don't want your machine to break. So now I'm going to move on to the tutorial. The item list for this machine will be in the description below, so go check that out now if you're building this on survival. And if you have any questions, put it down in the comment section, because I'll be able to answer any questions you have about this machine. Okay, so now onto the first bit. So first you're going to need to make your 0-tick smart piston. So these things are really simple to build, so just put a redstone torch here. Make sure you're in a nice area though first, so try and find a nice high up area. Don't make this too low, otherwise you're going to have to dig quite a bit. So first put a redstone torch here, put some redstone dust across here, like that, and a block up here, another block up here, some redstone dust up here, and a piston there, and a sticky piston there. And you need to use a sticky piston for a 0-tick smart piston, otherwise it won't work. As you can see, it's really fast. Now on to the next bit. Okay, so now get your concrete, just place it like that. Then I'm going to place a block across here, and I'm going to place a stair here. Now it looks nice if it's a stair, so it's kind of advised if you use a stair, so I'm going to place a block there as well, and a oak trapdoor, whatever trapdoor you're using, and some water across here. And that's to convert the concrete powder into concrete. I'm going to make a little line like this. As you can see, it goes across here, and it just goes over there. Okay, so now onto the next bit. So now you're going to need to get some temp blocks. Just place them up here like that, and then this one you're going to keep, so you can break all this here. You can put a lever here, you can just switch and do that sort of thing. Then you're going to put a dropper here. You can put hoppers up here, and you're going to fill this with concrete powder. So now we're going to move on to the EFO clock. So we're going to have to build an EFO clock, and I went through what an EFO clock is early in the video. So now I'm going to place some blocks down here, a sticky piston up there, make sure that's up there. And we're just going to place some blocks across here, some hoppers. Just like that. You can break these blocks down here, they're not needed. And just a comparator here. And some redstone with a block up there. And another sticky piston here. And then a redstone block. Now we're gonna use this lever here, so if I put some redstone here to turn this on and off. So if I put 3 blocks in here, so 1, 2, 3, and then I'll put that in here. As you can see, the UFO clock looks like it's working. So if I go here and turn it off, there we go, done. And that will like trigger the TNT duper to go to dupe TNT at a certain pace, where it won't be destroying the actual machine, but it won't be too slow that it will just leave this concrete there and kind of break the machine that way. So it's kind of timed perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get some concrete. So we're just going to keep placing concrete through here like that. You'll see what I'm doing in a minute. This is to help like guide. Alright, that's it. Alright, so now we've got this sort of platform over here. So now we're going to have to go here. So we're now going to get some pistons. We're just going to place some pistons around here. So we're going to need a few of them. Oh, I don't want to place too many. And I think that's 6, that's perfectly fine. And no, I need 1 more. There we go. Now I'm going to need some redstone. For some reason I don't have any redstone. And we're just going to place it up here, like that. And then we're going to go into the middle, like here, right here, and just place some redstone down here. Now we're going to go down here, and we're going to need a repeater. We're going to have to put this on 2 ticks. And some redstone here. And then on the other side, we're going to go down here. And a repeater. And there we go. That will trigger that. So now you see how this works. So if I'll try and show you how it works. So when all the concrete gets to this end, it will trigger this piston to push it all down. And it's so quick that it doesn't really make too much difference. It won't like change the speed of the actual concrete generator. So look how quick it is though. Look how much concrete we've placed down here. That's like so much. So that's how this sort of machine works in a way. Okay, so now onto the TNT duper. So now I'm going to trigger this over here. So for now I'm going to have this off. So I'm just going to take that out here. If all the items are in here and this isn't triggered on, then that's fine. You don't have to take the items out. But if so, then just take the items out. So now we're going to go down here. We're going to make the TNT duper. So now we're going to need to place a fence here. So now, and then we're going to need some slime. So we're just making sort of a bunch of L shapes in a way with this. Then I'm going to get some TNT and some coral. And that's pretty much the TNT duper done. We just need the minecart and that. And that's the TNT duper. So now I'm going to do the next bit, which is I'm going to get some leaves. I'm just going to place them down here. This is for the alignment station. This is for align everything, to make sure everything's like completely aligned, and like you don't want the TNT to be unaligned, otherwise it'll just go randomly in a random place and it could destroy like the water chamber here. So right here it will destroy these blocks. So you really don't want that to happen if the TNT is not aligned. So this is a small alignment chamber, really simple design. And I'm just going to open that fence gate there and place some water in. And then that's it. Done. So I'm not going to trigger it yet because we're going to need an obsidian block down at the bottom. Okay, so now we're going to need to go 8 blocks down. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then some obsidian. And then these were all temp blocks. They didn't have to be leaves. I just used leaves because they were in my offhand. So as you can see here, we've got obsidian down here. So now to show you the TNT working. So I just need to prime the TNT. So if I haven't actually fixed the clock yet. So if I put the 3 items back inside here, as you can see, it primes the TNT duper. And then how I trigger it is I just flick this lever. As you can see, the TNT duper is working. And it should be duplicating TNT like this. if you're on Minecraft Bedrock Edition, this won't work. This TNT duper won't work on that, so try and maybe you just have to use a dispenser to drop the TNT, even though it's not as efficient. You are going to have to do that instead if you're on Bedrock Edition, so this sort of TNT duping setup doesn't work. So once you've got the obsidian down here, we can now make the water chamber, so this will be where the water will go, so we're going to have to go all across here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have like a double hopper set up, so I'm going to have 2 hoppers like on there, as you can see there, 2 hoppers. As sometimes the items will be dropped onto the side and that will be quite annoying. So if I go around 4 blocks, so 1 extra block here, down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we should have 5 across here, that's perfect. And then we're going to go across here like that. Now I'm going to go downwards over here, and this is where the wood stream will go. And I'm just filling in all of this area here. So I think I might have gone a little bit too far with this water stream, so there's one way to test it. And there, yeah, I have. So now I'm going to place in the hoppers. So I can break all this, and I'm also going to place in some hoppers on this side too. And that's to make sure you get like 100 rates as well, because you want to get every bit of concrete. So if you want to get every single bit of the concrete, then make sure to have the hoppers on the side like this. Okay, so now that's the machine done. So yours should be running a bit like this and should look like this. So now to run it, so now you need to put concrete powder inside here. You can always link it up to a chest up here. If you've got a concrete duper, so using the end portal design for a concrete duper, I've actually got a tutorial for that, so you can go check that out. That's also going to be in the card in the corner. So if you've got that sort of setup, then you can always link this up to that and have like a completely automatic concrete sort of concrete generator in a way. So instead of it just generating concrete powder, it will generate actual concrete itself. So that would be pretty cool if you could do that as well. But I'm going to show you me using this machine. So as you can see here, I've got put a few blocks at the back here. That's for any concrete that goes in here to like jump out here, and it doesn't go off the side here. So now I'm in creative. I'm just going to do it in creative. You can do this in survival, but if you're doing it on survival, then basically you have items in here, otherwise it won't work. But as I'm in creative, I don't need to. So make sure it's on, which it is, and then go to the corner here like that, down here. Make sure you're facing into the corner, and then just keep placing like this. And perfect, it works perfectly. And as you can see, concrete will start entering into the... Oh, I collected some. Right, if I just put this back in here. As you can see, I'm starting to get white concrete, which is perfect. Make sure all the hoppers are aligned inside here, which they are, which is perfect. As you can see, I've already got concrete. It's perfect. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and found it useful. If you found it useful, then definitely leave a like, and if you want to, you can subscribe. I've just made it to like 1,000 subscribers, so which is really great. Just saying. So make sure to do that now as well, and if you want to, you can join the channel as well. I've got a new channel membership which you can sign up to, and you get exclusive perks. So definitely go check that out too. And I'll see you in the next video if you're watching any more of my videos. And goodbye.